What's up guys, welcome back to Tradingofftilt. I'm Ryan. In this video I wanted to give you guys an update on the Elliott wave count for EOS. And the main macro counts that we were going over in the last video on EOS were these two right here, where this would be the first one, which I think is more likely. This would be calling this a W wave down here, this would be an X wave up here, and a Y wave down here. The reason I think is more likely is because you can't really get a nice motive wave in this section right here. You can't get a nice 5-wave move up without overlap, and you also just can't get a nice diagonal. So to me, it makes the most sense calling this all a wave X right here. And this would be a wave X, which would actually be, let's see, so this would be an ABC up for this wave W, ABC into this wave X, and this would actually be a WXY for the wave Y. So a little bit complicated, but it makes the most sense to me calling this WXY. So what we could be looking at for this wave Y would be a zigzag. I'll show you guys that zigzag a little bit later in the video, but that's most likely what we're looking at for this wave Y as of now. And the second macro count that we were looking at in the last video would actually be this one right here, and it's been invalidated because we were trying to theorize, what bullish possibilities are available to us, and the only bullish possibility that I could really come up with to give us a 1, 2, 3 into this high right here would have been saying this would be an expanding leading diagonal all for this wave 3 right here. So this would have in theory been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave 3. Down for the 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete this wave 3. That's what we were theorizing is a possibility in the last video. But as you guys know, I thought it was pretty unlikely, and we did end up coming below this wick right here. So it's not valid anymore because we came below, excuse me, we came below the wick of the wave 2. So if this were to be a 1, 2, then you don't want to see the wave 4 come past the wave 2, which it did. So this is no longer a valid count. So I'm just going to be deleting this. And the main count that we're going to be going off of is going to be this one right here. Now, let's go through the subdivisions, the main subdivisions that I kind of applied to this section right here, and they're very messy. So EOS is a very difficult asset to subdivide for the most part, but the best way I could really do it is if we zoom over here for this wave A. So this would all be a wave A down here. So it would actually top out right here for this would be the primary wave 1 being put in here, and we are currently in the primary wave 2, which happens to be just quite a long correction. So that would be the wave 1 topping out there. This was a wave A for a WXY. So this would be a flat into an X wave into a zigzag for the wave Y. So this would be wave A, wave B, which would be an ABC for a zigzag for this wave B. Then moving down, we kind of get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave C. So that would give us a flat actually, because that would be a 3, 3, 5 structure to give us this wave W right here. And then starting for this wave X, we get an ABC wave W. It looks a little bit more impulsive, but we actually come below this low right here. So we cannot say this is any sort of impulse right here because we actually come, like I mentioned, we come below this wick right here. So it has to be corrective for the most part, unless it were to be the wave C of a flat, which doesn't make any sense in this context. So in this case, it would be an ABC for the wave W. That would be a zigzag. Then we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the A wave of this X wave. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A. Then we get a flat for ABC for this wave B. And then we come down for a 1, 2. We probably have to squeeze in a 3, 4 somewhere here or down here and give it a truncated wave 5 to give us this wave C. And that would be giving us this wave X for a zigzag. So zigzag wave W, zigzag wave X. And then for the wave Y, very complicated, we get a WXY. Now, I would just take this count with a grain of salt, but the way I counted it is saying this is a zigzag up here for an ABC. So this would start out with a leading diagonal for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave A. ABC wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave C. And then that puts in this wave W right here, and then off the wave W to get the wave X, we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave A. So this is my new wave A right here. Then we move up for wave B, which would probably be ABC for the wave B. Then we move down for the wave C, which is probably also, well, the problem with this wave C is you can't really get a 5-wave move into the wave C. So perhaps we have to call this all a WXY. And if we do call this all a WXY, we can't call this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because a WXY has to consist of 2 different corrections. Well, 3 different corrections if you include the X wave And this would not be a corrective move. This would be an impulsive move or a motive wave. So that would not be valid in a WXY. We'd probably have to say this would be A, B, C, or A, B, C, SO, wave W. This would be wave X, this would be wave Y. The only way you could get an ABC into this move right here would be trying to squeeze in a very short wave 4 somewhere down here if you were to zoom in. I'm not a huge fan of it, so the best way would probably be, like I mentioned, double zigzag or WXY. So then that puts in that wave X right here. So remember, we get a zigzag for the wave W, then we probably get WXY for this wave X, and then moving up for this wave Y, we actually get a double zigzag. So we get a wave W here for an A, B, C for the first zigzag, and then we get a B here, so this would be A, B, C. And then we get a wave X here for a zigzag for an A, B, C, and then we get a wave Y up here for another zigzag for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A, B, C, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave C. And that puts in this Y wave, this intermediate Y wave, which puts in the primary wave X. So that would mean we're currently in this primary wave Y. Hey guys, I just wanted to pause the video real quick to mention that we do have a Discord server now. The link is in the description. It would be great to see you guys on over here to see your guys' Elliott wave counts, your analysis, your price targets, the upside and the downside. And I'm also sharing my analysis over here. So if you guys want to see all that, if you want to participate, that would be great to see you guys on over here to get some more active discussions. And also I am doing one-on-one coaching now. So if you want to have a session with me, then you can contact me through my email down below in the description, tradingofftilt@gmail.com. And yeah, let's get back in the video. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, my preferred way to count this section right here would be calling it all a zigzag. Now you guys can see a more complex way to count it here, but I'm not really going to be going over that today because I don't think it's as likely. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the zigzag count, and it would look a little bit like this. I'm going to hide the more local subdivisions. I'll show you guys the zigzag count right here. This is one way of counting it where we're considering this an impulse for the wave A and then the impulse for the wave C. So these are not going to be diagonals. This would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A. Let's go ahead and zoom into the 4-hour chart. So once more, this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be A, B, C wave 4. Wave 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to put in this wave A of the zigzag. Then we move up for the wave B. Let's see if we have any other subdivisions for this section. Okay, so for the wave B, the most probable way we would count it would probably be saying this is probably an A, B, C as so, or this would be an A, B, C as so. You know, it has to be a corrective move. So when you're looking at historical data, if you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as so, if you get a 5-wave move off the lows, then it could either be an impulse to start a larger impulse wave, or it could be the wave C of a flat. And neither makes sense in this situation because we end up coming below this low right here. So it cannot be an impulse. It could also not be the wave C of a flat because we don't get a 3-wave structure. Rather, we'd have to get something like this, ABC, and then get a 5-wave move. We don't get that. So the only way we could really count this is a corrective move into these highs right here. So that we'd be putting in this wave B. And then, like I mentioned, one way we could count this section right here would actually be putting this wave B right here. But upon further inspection, I'm not as big of a fan of that count. I showed you guys this count in the previous video, but I'm actually a bigger fan of putting the wave B here. And then saying that we are actually getting a diagonal. But I'll show you guys this count real quick. So if we put the wave B here, then we could technically say this is a wave A for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rather, a wave 1 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a wave 2. A, B, C, and we're currently in the wave 3, which would probably be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're currently coming down to the 5. That is a possibility. We'd probably be coming down here to give us room to correct for this wave 4, so I'd imagine we'd probably come down quite a bit more to give us that wave 3. However, I think another way we could count it that actually makes a lot of sense is putting the wave B here. And then we're calling this last section all in any diagonal. And that would look like this, where this would be A, B, C, wave 1. This would be a wave 2, once again for an A, B, C. So we still have the 1 and the 2 in the same location. We're just calling this a diagonal instead of an impulse. And we're saying the wave B ended right here. And to get a diagonal out of the wave 3, we're going to say, you could say this is an A, B, C as so into this low right here. However, I think it makes a little bit more sense to put the wave 3 right here and say this is all A, B, and we may be coming down for that wave 3. We could have put in the wave 3 here, and we could be in this wave 4 right here, where this might be A, B, C. So not exactly clear, which wave we're in exactly yet, but this is mainly the count that I'm going off of in the zigzag count, where we're saying this is an A, B, and we're getting an ending diagonal for the wave C. That makes the most sense to me. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some price targets to the downside. So I'm going to go to the daily chart. And if we're getting a zigzag, we're going to want to look for equality between this wave A and this wave C. So I'll show you guys the count once more. This is wave A, this is wave B, and this is wave C. And to find a target to get equality between the wave A and the wave C, we can take a trend-based Fibonacci extension tool up here, and we can measure out the length of wave A, and then compare it to the top of wave B. And this is all on log scale because we're on the higher time frames. And that would give us a target, as you guys can see down here, around 1.32 US dollars. So that would be a target to be looking for towards the downside. Now, if this is a WXY, then we would expect the wave Y to come lower than the wave W, because this wave X was not expanded. So it would make more sense for this wave Y to actually come below this wick right here, and actually below this wick right here, which is part of this wave X. So we could imagine we could come to this 1-to-1 below these wicks right here. Now, some other targets we could be looking out for would be this order block right here, as you guys can see in this zone right here. And it's hard to give you guys exact price targets, but this would probably be between about 1.34 US dollars to about 1 US dollars. We also have the bottom of this channel channeled from the top, this wick right here, to the low, to the top of wave X, as you guys can see. And that would be coming in, it depends when we bottom out, but let's assume we bottom out in, mid-April or even early May, that could probably bring us down to the bottom of this zone right here, around 90 cents or 1 US dollar. So that would overall be the zone I'd be looking at, somewhere in this zone right here. That would be giving us, equality with this wave A to give us this wave C. And it just makes the most sense for us to come a little bit lower than these wicks to give us this wave Y of the WXY. And also we have this order block down here. So that's where I'm going to be looking for the most part. And that's basically what I'm looking at on on EOS. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video in the Discord server. Take care. Bye.